Hello guys, what up? This is AJ. Welcome to my channel. And in this video, we are gonna see how we can set up a cooldown timer. That is, once we press the attack button, we are gonna need to make our player wait for a certain amount of time before we can attack again. So let's see how we can do that. So in this video, we are gonna be using a fighter script, and this is a script which we have set up in a previous video. I will put a link to that in the description below. Anyways, uh, in the fighter script, we got our target, which is just a capsule, and we are gonna be just gonna place a capsule in that target for now. And we got three damages. These are the damages when attack button is pressed. And we got an attack range. So the damage happens only when our player is within an attack range with the enemy. And we got our player animator. And in the previous video, we have already set up a button press for each animation. So when the player say uses attack one animation, it's gonna punch or kick or do something, and we are gonna invoke an event using the animation to invoke damage. And I have explained this pretty clearly in the previous video, so you can have a check on that. Now, I have already added some sprites for our attack buttons and set them up in a fixed button assigner script. This is also a script done in a previous video, so you can check that out. And all the codes are going to be in my GitHub, so you can take it from there as well. So we have our attack one button, attack two button, and attack three button. Now we are going to add these to our fighter script. So I'm going to add some fields here. First is going to be fixed button assigner. I'm going to call this FP. And we are going to get it from our components. So FP equal to get component fixed button assigner. Now we are going to need three buttons. So let's just serialize field fixed button, attack one button, attack three, and attack two. Now in our update method, we are going to check if any of these buttons are null, and if they are null, we are going to assign them. So if any of these are null, we are just going to say attack one button equals FDA dot. What's the method name? Get fixer buttons. And for attack one button, we are going to take element three. Let's just copy paste it a couple of times and change this to 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we can say if input key down one of attack one dot pressed, we are going to do attack one animation. And similarly here, we are going to do attack two animation. And here we are going to do attack three animation. I have created a cooldown timer script, and right now it is just a basic script with start and update method, and this is going to be one of the easiest scripts we can make. So in this script, we are just going to have two dictionaries, and the key is going to be the attack's name, and the value is going to be the amount of time we are going to wait. So let's say public, and these are going to be public fields because we are going to be using these in our Python script. So dictionary. So the attack name is going to be string. So let's say string, and the time is going to be an int, the time which we are going to be waiting. And let's call this cooldown timer or cooldown time. Equals new dictionary. And we're going to add some elements to this dictionary. Let's say the three attacks we have right now. Attack 01. Let's say the cooldown time is going to be 2 seconds. Attack 2. Let's give this 3 and a comma over here. And for our last attack, let's give it 5 seconds. Now we are going to need to make another dictionary. So I'm just going to copy this. And let's call this next attack time. Like this is going to be the time when we are going to be able to attack again. And at the beginning, we're going to set it to 0, all the attacks to 0. So we'll be able to attack at least once at the beginning. Then we are going to increment it with a cooldown time. And the next time we have to wait for attack 1, 2 seconds before we can attack again.
Now let's create an instance of our cooldown timer here in our fighter script. And I'm going to call it CD. And here in our start method, let's say CD equal to get component cooldown timer. Now all we have to do here is add this extra condition to our button press. And that's going to be CD dot next attack time. Here it is attack 1, so let's say attack 1. Is less than time dot time. Then we do the attack. Bracket's going to be over here. And that's about it. So now I'm just going to copy this and paste it for attack 2 and attack 3. We need an ampersand here. And let's change this to attack 3 and this to attack 2. What we got to do now is increment our next attack time. So let's take this, paste it here, and it is going to be equal to our CD dot cooldown time of attack 1 plus time dot time. So whenever we press an attack button, we are gonna add our cooldown time to the time dot time and give it to our next attack time, and we'll be able to attack only once that time has passed. And since our next attack time is an integer, we are gonna need to cast this to int as well. So let's just copy this, paste it a couple of times for attack 2 and attack 3. And let's just change this here to attack and here to attack 2. And that's all.
As one final bit, I have added some integers here. These are not going to be used anywhere else, and these are just for the sake of our understanding. So we got timer here. This is just updating time dot time, cast it to him. And we got A1, A2, A3. And these are just to see how our next attack time is getting updated.
In our cooldown timer, I'm just gonna change these timer to 10 seconds because 2, 3, and 5 are very small amount, and we won't be able to see much of a difference with those timers. Now back in Unity, I'm gonna select a new female character here, and we already got a timer going. This is just getting updated by our time. So if we press this attack button, A1 goes to 27, and we are gonna need to wait for a timer to get to 27 to attack again. So now if I press this button again, we will be able to attack, and let's try with the buttons as well. So all the buttons are pressed now. Now I need to reach 43 for attack 2 to work again. So that's good. And now attack 2 is 53, and I'm pressing it again and again, but it's not working. Once it passes 53, it's supposed to work, and it did. So that's about it for cooldown timer, and that's it for today's video. Now in our next video, we're gonna set up a fade animation for these buttons. Once the button is pressed, we are gonna play a small fade effect using alpha to block the buttons and show a counter like effect. So stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That will be very helpful. Thank you guys. See you. Bye.